What? Who cares? Ugh, fine. I'm Daisy. I guess, if you say so. Whatever. Pretty fucking arrogant title to give yourself, isn't it? I don't care. I'm here 'cause I got nowhere else to go, and I'm staying for the drugs and sex. Ugh, come on. You don't really care about this stuff, do you? Fine. This place is pretty out of the way, but I'm sure you noticed it's not so far from fiend territory. That's what I was. Well, I got myself gut shot by some NCR prick, was blacking out on the side of the road until Ophelia stumbled over my carcass. Guess she dragged me back here, 'cause that's where I woke up. Kinda figured they'd give me shit for being a fiend, but nah. They just wanted me to chill out and do more chems with them, so fuck it, works for me. I get shot less this way, anyhow. I lead the group campfire songs. No. Not especially. Okay. Oh, look. There's a bunch of Med-X rolling around in the box. That's nice. And the letter. Dear Daisy, you are very pretty, and I like you a lot. That's not how semicolons work. I want you to please be my girlfriend. If you will be my girlfriend, say yes, and we will be very happy together forever. That's fine. I don't like punctuation in my sentences anyway. I have included some Med-X because I heard you like Med-X a lot. Broken clock is right twice, I guess. Roses are red, violets are blue. Please let me see your boobs. Rhythm is off, and that rhyme doesn't work. Well, your letter is incredibly stupid and terrible, and you should probably never write anything ever again. But I do like Med-X, so... Wanna fuck? Oh. This loser wrote a terrible love letter and didn't even have the balls to deliver it himself? Now I don't even want to fuck anymore. Tell that guy he's a coward and a jackass, and I've never been more turned off in my entire life. I think I need to drink any memory of that trash out of my head. Ew.
Yeah? I wasn't fucking... Who told you? I mean, I didn't. I was just... Listen here, you... I wasn't kicked out of anything. I decided I was bored of Freeside, and so I came here as a vacation. I'm here because I like drugs and partying. That's it. Nothing more. Yeah? Well, how'd she take it? Does she want me bad? What? No, she didn't. Did she? That's bullshit. I'm really cool, and I'm awesome, and fuck you. You probably gave her the wrong letter or something. Shut up, I'm not crying.
Hello. How can I help you? I'm not a doctor, if that's what you're wondering. I'm trying to give a second chance to some of the refugees here. War orphans, primarily. With nowhere else to turn and no remaining family to help them, they need somebody to step up. And as it always goes, the followers have to step in and fill that role to our own detriment. Because nobody else will. We're stretched too thin, and taking on new mouths to feed is only hurting us in the long term. But that's life, isn't it? Unlike some of the groups ravaging the Mojave at the moment, the followers prioritize human lives over hollow concepts. Less than I'd hoped. Did you see that building with the big cross on the roof, directly across the street from the entry to Aerotech? It was a religious institution that offered free education to locals who signed on with them. Not entirely dissimilar to the followers, really. I'm unclear what happened precisely, but there was some kind of massacre in there recently. Nobody really knows all the details, but there were no survivors. From the Reverend to his security detail to the employees, even the students, all dead. We had hoped perhaps some survivors were hiding, but, well, by now the church has just become another shelter for local squatters and addicts. I fear things in the Mojave will get far worse before they get better. If they get better. A sad story, and one all too common in the region these days. The boy was a legionary in training. That's uncommon, at least. Yes, if you'd tell your friend to bring the boy here, I can arrange for one of our people to take him back west. I only hope that we can get through to him. Kaisar's people are brainwashed completely, and it starts from the moment they're born.
Excuse me, friend. I couldn't help but overhear your little conversation with that lovely lady from the followers. You have a poor child in need of a happy home, yes? The followers have good intentions, but you must know how overworked and underfunded they are. Why, they'd have no time at all to care for this boy. I'd like to make a counteroffer. Arrange for the boy to be delivered to me, and I'll see to it that you receive a hefty reward. Say, 2,000 caps. Certainly. I represent a group of upstanding men and women with a taste for the delightful company of innocent children. They're just so much sweeter than the average wastelander, and we delight in having them for dinner. That's precisely what I'm implying. I have the honor to be the spokesman and founder of the Southern Nevada Baby Eaters Society, and I'm currently planning on a luxurious society banquet. If you would just direct the child to me and my friends, rather than the poor, overworked missionary, I'll see to it that you're paid very well. What say you, friend? Now that is a shame. Been so long since we've had a good baby steak. Oh well, I suppose it can't be helped. Come on out, gentlemen. This meat needs tenderizing.
Yeah? Thank God! Where am I dropping the little bastard off? Alright, good. Then I'll get to dragging his ass off that way. You should talk to John. I bet he'll be happy to hear the end of this.
Hey. Good. Keep making yourself useful around here, and I might just include an 11th doctrine for everyone to throw money at you. I'm not doing that. Anyway, did you know we have a hot spring here? If you've seen it, you also probably saw the loser sitting there, polluting the water with his ass. He's kind of like a direct mirror opposite of me, in that he's dumb as a bag of hammers, and also nobody likes him. Anyway, he's been trying to get our local gardener guy to help him with some bullshit, which our friendly greenhouse tender refuses to do. So, go chat with the crop babysitter Nick and see if you can convince him to do the thing, whatever it is, I don't care. Oh, yeah, right. Here's your cash for finally ridding us of that Legion kid. Hope he gets captured by cannibals.
Hey,
What? Oh, what do you want? I'm working in the greenhouse. What do you think my job is? Was, not anymore. I deserted. Ran away. Like a coward. Was trying to book a caravan to take me to New Canaan. Ran into John before that could happen. He convinced me to come here. Said country is just a concept that wasn't worth anybody's lives. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just want to forget the past. Nothing more. The war. All of it. I've killed people, almost died myself, seen my friends get butchered. For what? The Mojave? We have our own home. We don't need another. John? Yeah, I'm not really very religious, so I'm not on board with all the prophet stuff. But I do like what he says about how country is just a trick by old rich men to convince young idealists to die on their behalf. Even better is that we can all be free of our pasts here. Whatever we used to be or used to do, it doesn't matter now. He says that it's up to each of us to make our own place in the world, and this community gives us a blank slate to do that. That's worth trying for. It has to be. Oh, for the love of... Really? How much you want to bet that the only reason he's taking that stance is because he doesn't actually know what Chadford's been asking from me? He wants me to murder some guy that he owes money to. I deserted from the military because I was sick of all the killing. It'd have to be pretty-fucking dire for me to arm up again, and Chadford's not going to be the one making it happen. Maybe you should chat with him. Maybe you can convince him to stop being such a complete asshat. Probably not, but worth a shot.
Whoa, what's up, dude? You here for this most excellent of bathing experiences too? I'm Chadford, the king of sleeping and, being rad. Meaning radical, not radioactive, which is a total bummer, dude. Well, my folks got totally enslaved by the Legion, which was a mega downer. But I ran so they didn't get me. Outsmarted by the Chadford, baby. So, I went to Freeside and I was getting lots of drugs, so that was cool. But then I kinda ran out of cash, right? Total bummer, I tell you. And my dealer was all like, "You owe me big time, Chadford," and he wanted me to, work off the debt by renting my bodacious bum to hobos. So I ran into the desert, but I kinda forgot supplies and stuff, so I passed out. When I came to, I was in this house. I guess Ophelia found me lying in the sand and dragged me here. And then I met the prophet, and I decided he was, real wise and stuff. So I joined the happy family and stuff, They let me do lots of drugs, and I get to chill in this cave all day. They never invite me to the weekly orgies, though. I'm in charge of, like, watching the springs, dude. Like a lifeguard or something. Yeah. I mean, sometimes these guys are like, Chadford, get off your ass and help us do a thing. So I do the things. It's kind of a total haul, dude. But then I'm like, okay, dudes, is there anything else your good buddy Chadford can do? And they're all like, no way, dude. And then I'm like, righteous. And I come here and just chill in the spring. But I also get really high. Oh, dude, he's really radical. Like, he's all about doing drugs, and getting high, and tripping balls, and, like, being stoned. Yeah. I like being stoned, dude. It's most excellent. Yeah. What? Oh, Nick is that tubular deserter guy, right? Yeah, I was hoping he could, like, go find the dude I'm in debt with and, like, shoot him a bunch. But, like, he's being such a bummer about it. Like, dude, it's not righteous to leave me hanging, you know? Oh, maybe you could murder that total butthole, right? Yeah, you look like a regular murder machine, dude. Radical. Righteous. So, this dude is, like, operating out of a farmhouse in outer Vegas. I think he might be buddies with some powder gangers or something. While you go and kill him, I'm gonna stay here and relax, 'cause this water's really warm and nice. Yeah. It's kinda like peeing, only it's not gross. How gnarly is that? Anyway, have fun solving my problems for me, dude. Later.
Courier. I am Dragon Fist. I wander the wastes, searching for worthy opponents who stand a fair chance of enduring my strength. And when I find these worthy challengers, I punch them. I am honing my skills. By punching rocks, my fists will learn and gain the strength of the stone. By training in this hot spring while wearing leather, I shall expel all weakness from my body in the form of sweat. By standing in the water while wearing boots, I shall challenge and overcome Trenchfoot. Soon, the ultimate challenge shall begin, but not until I have a sparring partner worthy of the title. Your fists seem mighty enough. Very well. However, this challenge is not for the faint of heart, or else it would not be worthy of Dragon Fist's Dragon Fists. I shall require your weapons, for this challenge would not be challenging if you could simply shoot our opponents. And this is meant to hone our skills, so don't bring backup. Are you ready to begin? Very well. Make your preparations, then speak with me.
Sure. Just radio.
Understood.
Courier. The blonde woman's promises of metaphysical enlightenment. I had hoped I would meet a worthy challenge within the confines of my own mind. I was left disappointed by the experience, but for now, this is an adequate spot to hone my skills. Unless this prophet is gifted with divine strength, I have no interest in their affairs. Very well. I shall. And this. Are you. Excellent. Then I shall take your weapons and give you these knuckle dusters. Now, as for what this challenge entails, I have hired 3 elite mercenary teams to come here and kill us both. Instead, we shall kill them using the strength of our mighty fists. Now prepare yourself. They come!
Like that?
Courier. Good. Just in time for the second group. Be ready.
Had enough? Come on. Teach you to mess with me.
Hey.
Courier. Our power can only grow stronger from here. The final wave approaches. Ready yourself.
Come on. You like that? You like that?
Hey.
Courier. Indeed, you have handled yourself well. I see that my appraisal of your fist strength was accurate. Whether you know it or not, you have become stronger through your training here today, as have I. Here is the key to the box where I stowed your equipment. Although I do not believe you need it, you have proven the might of your fists alone.
All right. I like.
Roger that.
I feel like I've talked to you before, but I don't really remember. So, like, yeah. What's up, dude? Radical! That dude was, like, totally bogus. I don't think there's anything else I need. Oh, unless you want to scrub my back for me. Wait, where are you going?
Hey. Chadford, the hell did he want? Oh. Well, you should have just told Chadford to fuck himself. That's how I always handle him. Oh well, if that's done, then everything is done. I think. I got nothing else. So yeah, good job. Well, as infinitely valuable as the gratitude of a holy prophet is, you know what's even more valuable? Money! Here you go. Have 1,000 caps. Adios, amigo.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Well, look at that. We fucking did it. I'm in goddamn business, and I couldn't have done it without you, as quickly as I did. Here's your payout, and you're more than fucking welcome to spend it on whichever goods and services we have on offer. Please, help yourself. Now, personally, I have no more work for you, however, others around here do. Eli does, for a fact, and that security manwhore might as well. Whether you choose to indulge them or not, I really couldn't care less. We're home fucking free now, and I intend to kick back and let the cash flow. Of course. I know you went on a little hooker hiring run for Molly, but you were scarcely my only foray into gaining new employees. The barman and his whore sister were the first new arrivals. The sister is quite indifferent to the moral conundrum of sucking cock for cash. Honestly, the barman himself struck me as a dead fucking weight, but his sister refused to work here if I threw her deadbeat brother out on his ass. However, as he's content to take his weekly pay in the form of free hits from our drug supply, he's not even an investment, so fuck it, he can stay. That Miles fellow, now he's a fucking perverted lunatic, and an absolutely insufferable conversational partner, and I don't at all care for him. But he serves an adequate secondary bouncer, and even better, he's such a dick-driven freak that he asked to pull double duty as a man-whore. Oh, and there's Estelle. She's new to you, no doubt, but I used to know her as the toilet scrubber at this shitty Reno club I used to frequent. I figured even 81-year-olds need something to do, so I figured she could scrub the toilets here, too. Entirely adequate at present. Not that I would expect to be buried in an avalanche of currency this soon after opening, of course. Actually, I must say, for a newly established venture, the fact we're doing as well as we are is surely a sign of good fucking fortunes to come. At the risk of publicly outing myself as fucking proud, I'd even go so far as to say that my initial appraisement of this location was dead on. I'm not overly fond of the sound of my own voice, but seeing as how I've surrounded myself with enough liquor to drown a deathclaw, fine. Ask. New Reno, born and bred. Not inbred, mind you. I harbor no affiliation with the Wright family. I spent my childhood days doing bitch work for the Bishop family, delivering messages, keeping an ear ever to the ground, that sort of thing. It was sufficient money for someone my age, but I had no interest in truly joining their family. Swaggering around in a suit and acting untouchable is appealing to men of small intellect and smaller Johnsons, but I don't like answering to anyone. When I was 24, I reached the limits of my patience, and so I booked passage into Oregon to work as a mercenary and never looked back. Fuck Reno. Correcto, amigo. Up in Oregon, or what was Oregon back when such distinctions mattered. Mercenary work up there was rather different than the patchwork soldiers of fucking fortune you see slithering around the Mojave. I worked NCR territory that had long since been pacified. We'd run into the occasional pack of ferals, hostile tribals, and handfuls of highwaymen. Mostly, our work consisted of clearing out old ruins, caves, and even a few bunkers if we were having an exciting day. Nothing more. The pay was acceptable, and one of my comrades in arms had herself a fine rack and a remarkable libido, both of which I tested quite thoroughly. But it wasn't fulfilling, and worse, it didn't pay enough to justify the pain in the ass of hauling around all that equipment every fucking day. I saw and experienced how the majority of our funds ended up in the coffers of barkeeps, chem pushers, and two-bit pimps after a hard day's work. And so I decided that I would make more money with less hassle if I were to simply step into those roles myself. If you're implying a suspicion that myself and Miss Martin had, or are currently having, some sort of love affair, I categorically deny the notion. Not to imply we haven't been intimately entangled, or, to rephrase in the parlance of our times, fucking like animals. We met when I was a young thug in Reno, and she was an even younger whore. Both of us were employed by the bishops in some form or another. At the time, I was quite fucking smitten, as red hair and a demure sensibility have never failed to arouse my amorous attention. Indeed, she received a good deal of my money back in those days, but in a pleasant rarity for her profession, young Molly had greater ambitions. Eventually, we parted ways with the Bishop family, as well as with each other, and that was the end of the story for many years. When I resolved to own and operate my own den of iniquity, I knew I would need someone to manage the whores, who better than my dear old friend. Our relationship is platonic and professional these days, however. As I age, I find my standards ever tightening and polishing themselves, you see. These days, the notion of settling down with a woman that sold her own body is increasingly repulsive. But such is life. We all have our burdens. It's not as if we have some sort of close professional history. He's just a hired gun I brought on board early in this enterprise. I knew I'd need a capable bouncer if I wanted to operate an establishment catering to drunks, junkies, and other such reprobates. I also knew I'd need somebody that isn't wearing a suit to deal with the minutia of renovating the building. I left that part off the application, though. For the most part, quite well. Oh, and I understand that the law in this town was your doing? You being the one who gave Sheriff Myers his badge, yes? Yes, Sheriff Myers. He's the one fucking caveat to my previous statement of Prim mostly treating me well. He's a cock-sucking pain in the fucking ass. Whose idea was it to bring a fucking hard-ass frontier justice type here? Oh, right. Yours. It's fortunate for your continued employment that you only granted him the position before signing on with me. Next time that sanctimonious shitheel comes in here, demanding to know that we're all keeping our noses clean, you can negotiate with him. Why the fuck does everybody act as though the question of the Legion is somehow complicated and layered? It's not. It's fucking simple. I live in the Mojave. The Legion want to conquer the Mojave. I don't like that. I think that both rape and slavery are unforgivable atrocities. The Legion deems them to be sacrosanct, national institutions. I don't like that. I see great fucking humanitarian benefits to learning from historical precedent. The Legion would like us to all forget history. I don't like that. Need I fucking go on? The only logical reason anybody has for admiring the Legion is that, oh well, there's no crime in Caesar's lands. Conveniently forgetting that their entire fucking repulsive cunt society is built upon a sturdy fucking foundation of crimes against humanity. The Legion is an authoritarian fascist anachronism conjured by a megalomaniacal sociopath lunatic, and they need to fucking drop dead already. And I swear to God, if you pipe in with some shit about Arizona's mythical safe roads, I'm going to pistol whip you in the teeth. Fair warning. Good for business, bad for personal liberty and self-determination. Same as any old-world oligarchy. Oh wait, no, excuse me. Democratic Republic. As a relatively successful, financially viable, and moderately corrupt independent businessman. I'm the prototypical winner within their system. If they succeed in their dubious goals of forcing themselves onto the Mojave, consent of the native inhabitants be damned, well, so fucking be it. My business will likely boom, while the great unwashed masses will chafe and suffer under the boot heel of the wealthy policymakers. So, in short, as with any system dictated by the whims of con artists and cunts, it's all one great massive turd, finely polished to a mirror sheen. All right then,